Hey sis, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you guys my tips and tricks on how to prevent under eye creasing. So if you guys are interested, then just continue to watch. So I'm starting off with zero product on my face. I want to show you guys from beginning to end how we can prevent creasing. So you want to make sure your face is prepped before going in with any makeup, meaning skincare. For me, I like to make sure that my skin is nice and hydrated before going in with makeup, period. Not just for preventing creases, but when putting on makeup, period. So for me, I've been using my Palmer's Cocoa Butter Skin Therapy oil, and this has been hydrating my face. So I did apply this already to my skin. Brows are done and out of the way, of course. So tip number one, make sure that your base, your skin is nice and moisturized. Next, we're going in with any type of eye cream. So I'm going in with my number 7 Radiance Eye Cream. So this is just going to help moisturize and brighten my under eyes. It does also come with a roller. Let me see if I could show y'all. So it has the roller balls where I could massage it underneath my eyes, and this honestly feels really good, and like it just massages underneath my eyes and really helps to just smooth out those under eye wrinkles and lines, and I love this stuff, guys. So if you are looking for a new eye cream, I definitely recommend the number 7 Radiance Roll and Glow Eye Cream. I'll leave the information in the description box below, but I am going to just apply this underneath my eyes. And then with my middle fingers here, I'm just going to massage the rest into my skin and apply some on my lids as well. And when you're applying your eye cream, I like to tell people to moisturize it in an upward fashion rather than down like this. We don't want wrinkly eyes later on in life. We want our eyes to be wrinkle-free. So always when you're doing your under eye cream, just make sure to massage it in an upward and outward motion. So our under eyes are nice and moisturized and prepped. That's about it for skincare. So we are gonna move on to the makeup, and I like to prime. I feel like primer is so important because it's a barrier between your skin and the makeup, and it also has like a nice base for your makeup to glide on. And I'm not in focus. Why am I not in focus? Yeah, it allows your foundation to really glide and just really sit perfectly on your skin. So depending on your skin type, you want to go in with a primer that is meant for you. For example, if you're oily skin, you want to go in with a mattifying primer. If you have dry skin, you want to go in with a hydrating primer. If you have normal skin, you can pretty much use any type of primer. Most likely a hydrating primer would be good for a normal skin. So I'm going to be going in with the Milani Mattifying Primer. This is a no pore zone primer. And although I'm not putting this right underneath my eyes, we are applying it on the face and where our smile lines are as well. So this is just going to create a nice barrier on your smile line so that you won't get any creasing later. If you were to skip the primer step and apply your foundation, the product is going to sit right in that primer, right in the smile line. So primer is literally that base, that barrier, so that you're not putting product into the crease. Okay, so this step is optional. This is something that I like to do. So I personally like to go in with concealer before going in with my foundation. I am gonna go in with my Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in 350, I always say 355, in 55 Hazelnut. And this is a concealer that is my perfect match, and all I'm doing is using it to conceal my dark under eyes. So I think the biggest tip for preventing creasing is not to apply too much product. You want to go in with a light hand, and if you guys really watch my videos, I generally do not use a lot of product. I like to use a minimal amount of product while still getting that natural face. So I know it depends on what type of makeup person you are. Some people like to go in with a heavy hand of product. Me, I am the complete opposite. A little goes a long way in my books. That's what I like to say. So I like to apply it and wait a bit, just because this concealer isn't the fullest coverage. If you are going in with a full coverage concealer, for example, the CoverGirl Undercover concealers, these are really thick, full coverage concealers. You can go in right away with blending it out. For me, with the concealer that I just used, I like to wait just a bit and then go in with my beauty blender to blend it out. And my beauty blender is wet, so I like to just dab. We want to use dabbing motions to blend it out. And when you're blending out, you want to look up so that you're getting right underneath the eyes. All right, so that just kind of concealed a bit of my under eye darkness. So I applied some on the back of my hand, and with foundation, I'm not going to put this right. I'm not going to put too much foundation underneath my eyes. The less product, guys, that we use under our eyes, the less creasing. So I like to just focus my foundation on the perimeter of my face. All right, so our foundation is on. Now we're gonna go in with our second concealer. I am going to take a lighter version of the Maybelline Fit Me concealer. This is in the shade 50 Cafe. And we're gonna do our highlighting and contouring, the same old steps. So I'm just gonna apply some underneath my eyes. And guys, a little goes a long way. So you don't need to pack on too much. All right, gonna let this sit for a bit, and then we're gonna do the exact same thing and blend it out with our beauty sponge. I'm just gonna quickly do the rest of my skin. Okay guys, so once your concealer is down, this is the part that is very important. So you want to grab any type of loose, or it could even be pressed powder, to set your highlight area. So anywhere that you just applied your concealer, you want to go in with a powder that's going to set and make sure that everything stays in place. So a big tip for preventing creasing is to make sure that you are blending out right before going in with your powder. So for example, let's just say you applied your concealer and then you moved on to doing something else on your face, and now you're ready to set. That took about maybe a minute or two. The movement that you're making with your face has allowed that product to get in your crease. So do not go in with powder right away. You want to make sure that you blend out your under eye or anywhere that has creases right before going in with any type of powder, guys. So I'm going to go in with, of course you guys know what I'm going in with, which is the Maybelline Medium Deep Loose Setting Powder. This is my favorite powder. Let me see if I could show you guys what my skin looks like, what my under eye is looking like. Okay. You could see it's already creasing already. What you don't want to do is go in with powder on top of this. What you want to do is blend it out right before going in with your powder. Literally right before. So blend it out so that there is no creasing. Make sure you're looking in an upward motion so you could really get up under there. Then you want to go in with your powder. And I like to put it on my sponge just like this. And long out your face, guys. Long it out. Look up. And then just pat that powder right underneath your eye. Now everyone has a different way of applying their setting powder. Some like to bake. Me, I personally just like to apply that powder and dab it in until it disappears. So for your smile lines, you can go in with your powder and just apply it to where your smile lines are, and that's just going to set those. I'm gonna go in with my all over powder, my Maybelline Fit Me pressed powder in 355, and a big fluffy brush. And what we want to do is pounce this into our skin. We're not gonna swipe, we're gonna pounce it in. Alright sis, I'm going to finish up the rest of my makeup off camera and just show you guys the finishing product. Alright sis, so this is the finishing product. My last tip is to go in with a really good setting spray. So I'm going to go in with the Makeup Revolution Oil Control Setting Spray. Alright sis, so that's it. I hope my tips and tricks on how to prevent creasing helped you guys out. Makeup could be a little bit time consuming, especially with all the blending and just making sure everything comes out perfectly, but for creasing, I think the biggest tip that I can give you is just to make sure that you're blending it out right before going in with powder. Going in with powder before blending out defeats the purpose. You're pretty much setting the creases. You're setting them to be creases. So blend out your creases, then go in with the powder afterwards. All right, so if you guys have any questions, let me know in the comments below. Other than that, if you are new to my channel and haven't subscribed, make sure you are subscribed, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.